This time I put a pink satin ribbon in his soft blonde curly hair and made a big bow on top. Then I slipped a pair of white woolly booties on his feet and we went downstairs for breakfast. He clambered into his high chair all by himself and I tied his wrists into the restraining cuffs so he depends on mummy completely for feeding. I slipped an all-over plastic bib over his lovely new dress because he gets into rather a mess at the table, I'm afraid. Open wide babykins, here comes da woevely dindins, I say, making the spoon fly through the air like an aeroplane. Ooh! Here comes da woevely dindins. In it goes. Yummy! Ooh da clever ickle diddums. He spluttered and gurgled as I stuffed more and more of the gooey mess into his toothless mouth. I had them all removed, scraping the excess from his chin to push it inside too. One more spoonful diddums, ooh yes. Yummy yum yum. Then came a bottle of warm sweetened milk with a few drops of the liquid Madame Trevester sends me. She's been a wonderful help, that woman. He took the soft rubbery teat eagerly and began to suck sweetly with his head lifted upwards and cradled in my arms. Came the little sucking and gulping noises a mother loves to hear and I squeezed him. I closed my eyes and listened to his greedy sucking and I was 20 years old again with my darling baby in my arms feeding him the natural way. I opened my eyes to look at him and his eyes were tightly shut too. Has he gone back all those years too? Perhaps the rubber teat of the bottle is not rubber at all, but mummy's succulent nipple. He spread his thighs apart slightly and gave a little sigh and I knew he was pouring a stream of baby wet ties into his diaper. Naughty darling, I said softly, smoothing my hand over his panties and feeling the gushing of warm liquid going on and on and on. Samantha swept past me into the house looking very glamorous, if a little tarty for my taste. Under her white PVC coat was a sort of parody of a nurse's uniform. Sorry I'm late, darling. She tottered through to the lounge in her bright red stilettos and I followed, feeling rather plain in my simple blue dress and white apron and sensible shoes. I had put Priscilla in his display crib among silk cushions and pink satin ribbons, with his lovely baby dress spread out nicely and a big fluffy bunny in his arms. Priscilla, my darling, cried Samantha, flinging her arms out in that exaggerated manner of hers. My lovely woefully adorable sweet Ikeans. I must admit Priscilla looked very pleased to see her, wriggling and jerking his arms and kicking out his legs frantically as his lips worked overtime on the rubbery teat of his pacifier. Give Nursey a big wet baby kiss, my darling fwilly angel. Pulling out his pacifier she smothered his face with kisses. Mmoy mmoy mmoy. Mmoy.